start your own indie animation, if you're thinking Animation Industry Club Podcast, your one-stop shop for animation-related content and industry info for those trying to get a job in the industry. For today's episode, we'll be going over indie animation and how to get started with your own indie project. My name is Murat, your hostess for today, and joining us are other members.
Aiden, with a Y, not an I. You can follow me on Instagram at Aiden B. Winsor.
I'm Yafet Banks. My Twitter/X account, whatever you want to call it, is @TrueYachtyBanks.
I'm Naomi. My Instagram account is Sylvie_DG. Sorry.
I'm Skittlez, and I need 5 shots of vodka right now.
Again! Again.
Don't you mean 4? No, don't you mean 3?
No, we need more.
Three shots.
Oh,
Nah.
No.
Apparently it's 5 for me. I tried it on Tuesday and I got wasted.
Damn.
Almost there.
Social media?
My name is Marquise. You can follow me on Instagram as TussleButton314.
I'm Logan Kelly. I still don't have any social media.
Good
A
for
god
you,
among
man.
the directors.
Get this man out of the
You know, it just occurred.
This is the one
It's
model
honestly
everyone
really
should
better
follow.
being
Logan
a
has a
part of
dream
Instagram
to not have an Instagram.
You know, it's just
Successful.
it just occurred to me how repetitive this is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we make the mic
change
media.
things up. I'm open to suggestions.
Wait, what's repetitive? The podcast?
No.
The beginning or
That's why I say out of pocket shit every time we introduce ourselves. Spice things up.
I'm mainly talking about how we all applaud that he's smart enough not to have social media.
Okay, well,
pretty much the running
I
gag.
mean, I've only been
Yeah.
on the podcast once.
Well, Logan, can I ask you something?
What?
Do you want to have a social media?
I mean, not really in particular at the moment.
You're already better than the rest of us.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah,
this guy, this is how you know he might be going to heaven.
That's standard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't really post anything. on
If
Instagram.
having no like social media is like a one-way ticket to go into heaven.
Oh,
All right, Jules.
oh yeah, I'm Jules Hinman. Jules being short for Julian, and examples of my social media are Deviantart, where I'm Jules 2005, Instagram where I'm Jules Hinman, and Webtoons where I'm Andhow.
Hello, my name's Adana, and you can find me on Instagram by Sonic Boomix or Twitter by Plesimoto.
My name's Adrian. You can follow me on Webtoons and YouTube. Both my name is AI Comics.
That's not going to be confusing at all.
Hello, I'm Jenna, but you can call me Jay. I have an Instagram. It's called JellyfishGirl11, all lowercase, and there are underscores between. There's an underscore between jelly and fish and girl.
Yeah. Yeah. So everyone's social medias will be at the description of the video. So to get started, indie animation is a term used to describe animated films that are produced outside of the traditional studio system. They are often have more creative freedom and control over their work, and they are not constrained by the same financial and production demands as major studios. As a result, indie animations can be more experimental and innovative. It can often explore more challenging and personal themes. So a brief history of indie animation. It can be tracked back to the early days of cinema. In the 1920s, independent animators such as Winsor McCay, who made Gertie the Dinosaur, Emile Cohl, who made Fantasmagorie in 1908, the Lotte Reiniger, I'm butchering these names, who created The Secrets of the Marquise, were creating innovative and groundbreaking animated films. In the 1930s, the Fleischer studios and Walt Disney Studios emerged as the dominant forces in American animation. In the 1940s, the war years saw a decline in independent animation's production. As many animators were drafted into the military or worked on government sponsorship propaganda films, however, a few independent animators continue to produce films, such as Norman MacLean, who created the Oscar-nominated short Neighbors in 1952. In the 1950s and 1960s, independent animations began to flourish again. This was due part of the rise of short film festival circuits, which provided a platform for independent animators to showcase their work. Some of the most notable independent animators of this period included John Hubie, who made Rudy Toot Toots, George Dunning, who made Yellow Submarine, and Ralph Bansky, who made the Bakshi?
It's Ralph Bakshi.
Bakshi. Okay. Who made Fritz the Cat. During this time was the era of cell animation. It was during this time it was during this very same year, in 1960, the very first 3D computer animated software was first developed. In the 1970s, independent animation continued to grow in popularity. This was due part of the emerging new technologies, such as the 16mm camera and the videotape recorder. Made it easier for independent animators to produce films. Some of the most notable independent animators of this period included Richard Williams, who made Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and Bill Plimpton, who made the film Toon. In the 1980s, independent animation began to reach a wider audience thanks to growing popularity of home movie. This led to the boom in independent animation production. As much more animators were able to make their films available to the public. Some of the most notable independent animators of this period included Brad Bird, directed The Iron Giant, and Don Bluth, who created The Secret of Nim. In the 1990s, independent animation continued to grow in popularity. This was due in part to the rise of the internet, which provided a new platform for independent animators to distribute their films. Some of the most notable independent animators of this period included Andrew Stanton.
Andrew Stanton.
Yeah.
He was a Pixar guy.
Yeah, the Pixar guy. His earliest film was called The Arctic, Somewhere in the Arctic. Henry Selick, who made The Nightmare Before Christmas.
And Coraline.
Yes, Coraline as well. Mike Jugg, who created Beavis and Butthead.
Strickland propane.
In the 2000s, independent animation has continued to thrive. This is due in part to the increasing availability of digital animation software, which has made it easier for independent animators to create highly quality films.
And with today's age, thanks to YouTube, it's just all over the place.
Yeah.
And I mean that in the greatest way possible.
Yeah.
Or
It's the worst way possible.
It's really a glass half full situation.
Yeah.
Newgrounds got the ball rolling, and then YouTube just ran.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Newgrounds is still around.
Yeah, it's still around, but almost nobody talks about it. It's pretty much
It's just there.
yeah.
It's just there. It's an option.
Well, there are some creators from Newgrounds who have moved,
Onto
who have been
YouTube.
upgraded, not just YouTube, but to like Adult Swim. The creators of
really?
Smiling Friends, they were famous for being on Newgrounds.
Oh.
And they got famous from it, and then Adult Swim decided, hey, you can make a show for us.
Hagel with Zach Hagel and Michael Kus. What was his last name? Michael Cusack?
Probably.
Yeah. The funniest combination I've ever seen.
They all have experience, so probably why it turned out so good.
And the second season is on the works. It's on the way, people. I think last time they were hiring storyboarders, and like I think like a couple of months ago they showed like one of their episodes for New York Comic Con.
Yeah, it's out on YouTube. It can be found. Just look up Smiling Friends sneak peeks.
I think the second season would ever come out.
It's always just gonna be like a year later. It's just like 10
yeah.
episodes 1 year later, just like with
They
Steven
might start
Universe.
with the second season, but they feel like they won't continue for that long.
Adult Swim to like make us wait for something the more we wanted.
It's like jingling keys for babies.
They-
That not in a bad way.
It seems like the more we want more of their show, the more longer it takes for them to actually make it, and sometimes they'll just cancel it.
I mean, they even do that with like proof of concept things. Like y'all remember Pibby?
Oh,
Pibby,
God, I'm so sad.
I know.
Everybody wanted Pibby and nobody got it. and it was this really cool pilot where this little blue baby thing that looks like gumball. Yeah, and he would be in an apocalyptic, or she would be in an apocalyptic setting.
Yep, that's baby.
And fight a whole bunch of old cartoon characters.
Oh, that short.
Yeah.
Where like
It was
like a
everybody
Halloween.
gets like.
Yeah, it was that thing that was blowing up.
Where was that
On
from?
Adult Swim. It was like
Yeah.
on Adult Swim.
It was a baby.
So in a nutshell, it's about like this children's character. He like this character is part of a children's show. And then this like void thing comes out of nowhere and starts eating everything up, and it's eating other characters up, corrupting them. Like it turns Fred Flintstone into a monstrosity.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
just turns everything into like abominations,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
makes them glitch out.
Cool
It's kind of like a
abominations.
virus.
I feel like I
Meets Full Metal
And she
Alchemist.
just
You probably
basically
have.
just.
Yeah,
It's
it went.
definitely been like passed around. Like you probably got on YouTube recommendations. If
blew
you've
up-
seen
it
like
blew up in major
like a
popularity.
girl versus like adventure.
Yeah,
Time
and there-
characters,
yeah,
or
and
just
it-
like a lot of old
Be right
Cartoon
back.
Network characters are just being absorbed or zombified, dude. It's still-
Yeah, they went after like every cartoon imaginable that was like owned by Cartoon Network, like Hanna-Barbera characters, like
Nickelodeon with
there's
the
Gumball,
yeah.
Did they do
Powerpuff Girls,
Finn and
Finn and Jake.
Yeah.
They did
those-
Finn and
those-
Jake.
really?
Yeah.
I didn't see
Mordecai Rigby
Nickelodeon.
and all that.
Oh, yes, they do.
That's
character was
that's
in
because
SpongeBob's
that's because
house.
they don't own
SpongeBob's
Nickelodeon, so don't
Can
look.
you guys
Well,
pass me
he's-
a Fanta bottle, please?
Toss it.
Just yes,
I have to see that.
Oh, he caught it.
Nice.
I have to see that sometime.
Well, I can only assume that it was too expensive with a combination of rights issues as well. They didn't own the
There
rights.
was
to
a lot of
advertise.
copyright
Yeah.
issues.
Yeah.
And
And
I
again,
really would love to
they show the
see a show
concept
about
art
that.
on Instagram. I thought
Yeah,
it
that
was
is a really
okay.
interesting
I was
Probably
excited.
Those
really
ones are like the biggest draws when it comes to like new ideas.
They're like, oh, it's been a lot of content farming with that one. I'm like, the children.
another Adult Swim pilot that got canceled due to being too expensive is Korgoth the Barbaria.
Oh
Yeah. It was a parody of Conan the Barbarian, where this it took place in post-apocalyptic times. This big, strong guy would go around committing acts of violence, and he had to touch this toy for this man because he put a parasite in him while he was eating, and he has to touch the toy in order for him to give him the antidote. And it was and Gendy Tartakovsky at Dexter's Lab was one of the people involved in making it. And also everybody wanted the show, and 2 storyboards were created, but it wasn't greenlit because it was too expensive.
All right. Okay. How to start your own indie animation? If you're thinking about starting your own indie animation, there are a few things that you need to know. First, you need to have a good idea for a film. It should be something that you're passionate about. It should be something that you think will be visually appealing. Second, you need to develop a strong storyboard. The storyboard is the blueprint for your film, and it will help you visualize the action and the pacing. Third, you will need to start gathering resources. This includes finding a crew, secure funding, and finding a location to work. Fourth, you need to start shooting your film. This is the fun part. Fifth, need edit your film. This is where you put all your pieces together and make your final product come to life. Sixth, you need to distribute your film. This can be done through film festivals, online streaming platforms, or even theatrical releases. Starting your own indie animation is a lot of work, but it can also be incredibly rewarding if you're passionate about animation. And if you're willing to put in the hard work, then starting your own indie animation will be a great way to share your creativity with the world.
Yeah, that's true, because pretty much to do anything you really love doing is, you have to love doing it. And you have to have you have to be willing to put in a lot of work. And I've always wondered how one would be able to enter their work in a film festival, though.
I mean,
I think you have to, consult with the department itself to, get it entered.
I was doing what Vin Diesel did, just walk around with a print of his film.
You posted a film festival submission.
Yes.
And he posted a film festival
Like
submission
online
in the
submissions.
chat where you
Yeah.
can just make your own account on this website and then find festivals to submit your projects to.
Really?
Yes, it's called filmfreeway.com. Pretty much they have like a whole listing of, I don't know if it's like every film circuit out there, but they have like ones where you pay a submission to submit your film, or they don't require a submission to submit your film. And it's really up to them to accept your film. So it's great, it's made it easier.
How much do submissions usually cost?
I
no,
guess
they
it's really
cost money?
up to them, depending.
Depends
it could
on
be
the
like
festival.
$5 or $20.
Oh, it's not that
Oh,
bad.
yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like 100 or something.
Yeah, but I mean, it'll definitely add up if you're trying to submit to a bunch of other film festivals at the same time.
Okay.
But I would love
Fair
the
enough.
opportunity to like have your film play in a theater.
That
Oh yeah,
would be
you
cool.
can always
Stream
rent
would be
you can
cool.
rent theaters. Yeah, you can rent. Yeah, AMC rents out theater rooms.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't
That's
know
actually-
that.
Now, how much is that?
Last time I checked, it was at $100.
$100.
Just
I'm not
$100.
surprised.
That's
I think
actually.
that's
Yeah, that's not
pretty
bad.
bad.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I just rent out the entire.
Rent it for what?
I don't know how
To
many
see your
hours
movie,
you
I
can
guess.
rent it out.
Yeah.
Or just
Well, I
borrow,
thought that
or
was
just
for,
borrow
like,
a
if-
room for like
I
something
know that
else.
that
Yeah,
was
to
for, like,
watch
during
Sausage
COVID
Party,
time if
huh?
you want to rent
No. You can.
No, I probably would have rented out.
People have
like,
rented out
oh,
theaters
oh,
since
I
before
would.
then.
Really?
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah, like this guy
Probably would
literally
watch
rented
Party.
out. There's a guy that rented out his
I probably
entire
wouldn't
theater
like-
just to play Mortal Kombat.
See,
insane,
that's
bro.
actually really cool though.
Yeah.
Because I heard that if you want to be
Watch porn.
nominated for
Oh, yeah.
Annie, Nancy,
I mean,
Like,
you can always
it's
watch
like-
hentai.
what is it that you can
It's
get?
on the line, but it's got
Oscar?
Yep.
No.
I mean, you can always
Bill
pull
Clinton got
hentai
nominated
instead.
for something because he got his film to play in a film festival
Right.
or at a theater.
Yeah,
Apparently,
just
it was like
play
one of the
on- yeah,
requirements
culture
to get on like IMDb
Yes.
was to have your film play in a theater.
I'm not familiar with the technicalities, but I mean, I guess it did play the theater.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there has to be like it has to play in like a certain amount of theaters. It has to make a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
I doubt like private screenings count.
Yep. I mean,
But
I'll draw some
yeah.
art. I'm going to draw certain art.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You guys.
I give you a try. I can never do that.
I mean, you gotta
I
first
mean,
learn.
outline.
You gotta first like kind of like learn the anatomy of human body if you want to try drawing that.
I can draw both.
Hey guys, I hope you realize that. I don't know if the mic is picking up.
It
Yeah,
is.
it's picking up everything.
We apologize.
It's
Like,
totally picking up.
you're gonna, so
No,
you're
no,
gonna
you
try,
don't have to
gonna have to like
apologize.
try to like
What-
whisper like a little more than that.
What are
Back
some
up
software recommendations for new animators?
Clip Studio Paint.
Yes.
And if you are poor, just get Pro or the beta version. If you are rich, by all means.
When it's on sale,
I
for
have no
$25.
idea.
It is on sale, and I think
Oh,
it's
it's
still.
I have no idea because the current ones I'm using are just shit. I use Adobe. So.
And I think the
Adobe,
third
like-
one is coming out in March, so keep an eye
Now,
on
I don't mean
Really?
to sound old-fashioned here, but when I'm not
Okay.
using Flip-a-Clip, I stick with good old-fashioned pencil and paper.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
all.
I mean,
that's
I
what
want to
that's
do
a
that
goal.
because
I
of
I
my
can't even like give much.
Keep it traditional.
Yeah,
Use that
I
to
will.
traditional.
I have my own animation table and everything.
But I actually want to
Oh,
do it
so
with pen and
honestly,
paper.
I never
Are
even took
you-
the
I
time
don't know
to
if
actually
I take,
do
but
it.
using
pencil
like a-
is more. You feel like
a DSLR
like
camera to take photos of your
I mean,
pencils,
Wait.
or are you
Yeah,
scanning
for
it?
paper,
don't you need a
It's
lamp?
like digital,
Huh?
like
Don't you
art.
need a
It
lamp?
feels like it kind of.
Wait, hold on, let me get
like
like
a
1,000
different
questions
vibe
at
from
once.
just drawing traditionally.
Sorry.
Because
Who asked
traditionally you can
first?
just feel like
Who was
the
that?
whole
You can ask.
vibe of like drawing.
Don't
like,
you need a
line
lamp?
art. It's just like the flow. Is, like, a lot more
for
better.
like onion
Yeah.
skinning.
I don't know
Yeah.
if I take, but
I got a lawn
Uh-huh.
I got a lawn lamp from like a hardware store and used that as an onion skinning lamp. And your question?
Understandable.
Something about cameras.
Oh yeah. So do you scan your drawings or do you use
I
your
scan them.
DS? Oh, you can.
Yeah.
Another software recommendation that's pretty lenient is Toon Boom Harmony. A lot of professionals kind of just stable that as their go-to animation software. So
I just use Adobe Animate. No.
Dang. Honestly.
So for I guess for
That is some
free
bad
software, there's Krita. What was that one from Studios Ghibli? It was just mentioned earlier.
Whoa! Hold on.
Toon Boom?
No, there's this other OpenTunes. Yes.
OpenTunes is by Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, it was apparently used by Studio Ghibli.
Oh, used. Okay, big difference.
Okay.
I thought it was like I think RenderMan. I'm not sure if this is free, but RenderMan, the software that Pixar uses, is also available for downloading.
Oh,
really?
How much is it?
I was about to ask.
I thought
Hold on,
I think it's 2,000. Maybe?
Whoa! Hold up.
Are we talking about?
Me. Their movies are
Wait,
Walt
like
Disney
per
some
month?
money.
Just to animate like Pixar?
There are mainstream studio now. after all.
RenderMan is just like the
Pixar.
rendering
Oh,
software.
yeah.
I mean,
Software,
500
Or was it the
least.
animation
I mean,
software?
it's one big
I
studio
think
ever.
it's-
Like, it,
Don't
I think
flatter
they,
yourself.
no, they
It was
use.
like
I
the top
thought
of
they
the
use
music
Autodesk
thousands.
Maya for animation.
Yes, and their stuff
Yeah,
makes a lot of
but
money.
I think they
Exactly.
also have like
Yeah.
their own
It's
software.
Pixar
expensive,
builds their own
technology to
software.
use
Oh
yourself.
my god, I did not
Like,
know.
that'll be like saying like
I'm so jealous.
if it was that easy, then everybody would be rich.
How much was it?
Stuck with.
I'm
We'd all
pulling
be
it
as
up.
rich as Pixar who were that
All right,
easy.
so to answer your
Yeah.
question, RenderMan costs
okay.
$595 per
That's
license.
$600 basically.
oh yeah.
The hell?
Is that,
Again, if it were that easy to download their stuff, then we would all be
Per
rich.
year.
Oh yeah.
Bro,
As, like
that's
that.
what
Buy
it's
per
What
month
if
for
we're
per
gonna
year.
go over
Use
it?
Blender,
We can't
folks.
do that.
Blender.
Yeah.
We'd all be that rich if it was that easy to
I mean, and if you want to get a little fancy, just use Clip Studio. It's not
Or
that
just
bad.
just use Blender for 3D.
Yeah, I mean, you don't need
Blender
fancy
can be
technology.
You know 2D and 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, so does Clip Studio Paint. They have 3D.
You don't need fancy technology to make create fancy work.
That's
It,
true.
yeah, it depends on your
Yeah.
skill, not your programming.
Exactly.
And passion as well, and creativity.
Like if you really want to go like old fashioned, you can always do like flip note on the 3DS.
Oh,
There's so many
how
good
do you get
animations
Footnote
on that.
back?
Wait, isn't there a website that's pretty much Flipnote?
Yeah.
What is
Yeah,
it called?
I forgot what it's called.
Isn't that is
I
that
forgot.
the website that YouTuber uses then?
Hold on,
Ooh.
It's technically basically where people can upload their flip notes. And
I think
stuff.
I know like
I
one.
mean, there's at least that one famous animator who's always animated on
Yeah,
the DS.
because
Yeah.
I love
Yeah. I
their,
think it
their
goes by-
animation.
The animals.
It's like Keke
Yeah, the
flip.
animals, and it's like very like
flip
smooth animation.
Yeah, it's like Keke something.
Shit, I just
Flipnote.
use Microsoft Paint, and I'm not afraid to admit that I use Microsoft Paint.
Yeah,
I use it too.
I think
Yeah.
Circle. I
Sometimes.
think Circle Tunes HD uses Clip Paint. I mean not Clip Paint.
Microsoft
Microsoft.
I'm
Yeah,
a man
I
with
like-
a vision.
I like to use Microsoft Paint to make art sometimes. you know.
Yeah, I'm a
Nice
man
and
with
simple.
that. Hold on. If anybody in the comments knows, feel free to
Okay,
post.
so it is KK Flip Note.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh well,
Why did they
there it
get rid
is.
of it?
Just
There's the website.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
Yep, that's the one.
What is it?
Pseudo-memo.
Pseudo-meme. Oh
Hold
my
on.
god.
I can see the one with
Hey,
shadow
could
on
you
it.
post could you post a link to the website on the Discord server, please?
Yeah.
The
That's
the
how
link
it
will
goes
be in
hard.
the description as well.
Yeah.
People with vision create cartoons, not the programs themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
AI.
Even,
Yeah.
even with AI, you need to enter a prompt. A person needs to enter the prompt in order for the AI to create the drawing. So even with that, yeah, it's still still need a person with the vision of the prompt in order to enter the prompt in order to create the drawing.
Yes.
Yeah.
still like
Like
just letting somebody do work for you just to make art. Like that just sounds a little strange to me.
But can it create art alone if you don't enter the prompt? Then
Bad.
Yeah.
I mean, no. I mean, you still have to give it a description of what you want.
exactly. No, who does that? A person or a computer?
Well, the person answers the problem and the
I think
computer.
doesn't it get
Does
stolen
someone
by another person sometimes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Technically.
Technically.
Like that's why there's so many of the like Pixar parody.
Oh my God.
posters. Yeah, you see them.
Oh my fellas. Yeah, some of them
Oh
get
yeah.
a little
Are you referring to Wally? Are you referring to Wally?
No, the like right now it's sort of
Never
been
watched
trending
them.
where people
No,
have been
Wally,
making like
you ever seen it?
Pixar parody.
Yeah,
of-
they're
Oh,
mostly
yeah.
they're mostly
Oh yeah,
offensive.
especially the
Oh,
messed
that's
up
okay.
ones.
Yeah.
No, that's what
When did it
We'll
come out?
talk about it.
2008.
Talk-
Yeah,
Yeah.
Feel free to look them up. for yourself.
Okay,
I'm gonna look up to
There's even
comprehend.
ones that
Go
I
to
can't
the
even
movie
speak
theater.
of unless
Okay,
it's
but you could have bought,
people
bought the
Won't
movie.
talk about it.
Freaking
I
jar.
like the PS or DVD.
Yeah, so you can check it out if you have a
or a
subscription.
specific person.
Well,
Yeah.
I lost the subscription. 'cause
Well,
my
like
dad
half
doesn't
of the
have
people
one.
here are
Okay,
talking
yeah,
about
go to my
completely
room.
different things. Like
We're
this
gonna
half of them is
watch
talking about something
tonight.
completely
No.
different.
Yes, tonight.
Yeah, tonight. You
It's a conversation.
probably don't have anything to do on
smorgasbord.
Friday anyway.
We're
We
wa-
should have a separate like podcast for two different
Wow,
sides of
okay.
the
I
table.
realize we're all
Yeah,
talking
fucking
at
busy.
once.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to be in
Conversation
We're going to take you to see
smorgasbord.
all of
Everyone wave at the
We're gonna watch
camera.
Undercover Brother.
Yes, we're going to watch.
Not a movie.
There's a video, by
I
the
know
way,
a
but
movie.
yeah.
It's not that old.
Yep. Everyone wave at the camera.
Team.
Bye.
Alright. Let's say, what should they say?
Cheese.
No, I'm not taking a picture.
Oh.
This is
No,
gonna be
kidding.
this is gonna be like for the one of the beer rolls.
We're ready to believe you.
Yes.
I get that reference.
What's the
Nice,
slogan?
nice.
What's
I got that
Uh,
reference.
just
We need a
we
slogan.
don't
Ghostbusters.
technically have a slogan. It just is a, it's
Oh,
more like,
oh, the
hey,
old one?
join
Yeah,
the
the old one.
animation
Only
industry
sold.
today.
Okay,
Join TU Animation Industry Club.
okay, 3, 2, 1.
Fuck a lie in the pussy.
Oh, God, dude.
I knew somebody was going to say something
No,
insane.
are you
Yes.
trying to make me
It's
fail my
awesome.
class? This is
No.
my class.
Okay, guys, come on.
Okay.
Okay, y'all ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Join TU Animation.
Yeah.
Please, we're desperate.
Join a club.
Oh my god.
Join be a part of our team.
Join
I
the
hope they
Animation
didn't
Club.
make that up.
Yeah.
Join a Crackerjack team.
I think
Package.
you should we do
Alright,
it?
that's good.
Oh, okay. All
Join
right.
our, join our
Man, unless
club.
you guys
We're
wanna,
cool, we're
you guys
cool
wanna
people.
unless you want to say something else.
We're ready to believe you.
We're ready to
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Mariah Carey is free.
I just buy it.
Yeah.
Something came in the mail today.
See? Mariah Carey. Great.
Wait, have you seen the
Mariah Carey.
Yeah. Wait, where?
Oh,
Mariah
right there.
Carey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh wait. Oh, wait.
We got
Have you-
Oh yeah. By the way, tomorrow is December.
What's that?
Meaning
We gotta move on to
meaning
the-
She's free.
Mariah Carey's gonna get paid a shit ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yep.
I'll be the second.
Can you make it from the computer? Or you have to
What
do
are
it?
the challenges of creating an indie animation?
Guys, what are the challenges of making indie animation?
Money.
Yeah, money, mostly money.
Yes,
Money.
It kind of depends if everybody or if the people who want to come in actually want money. Sometimes, since like if it's like a student film, then you can just kind of convince other students to get behind on the project. Like I think when Visvi Pop made Has Been Hotel the pilot, I don't think the animators and the voice actors got paid.
So
Yeah,
wait,
for me,
what?
it's well, sometimes it can be like getting people to like help you. Like for me personally, it's not that easy to like ask people because because a lot of animation comes from working in a team. I mean, I try anyway, but I would like to know how, what would make it easier.
Last time I made animation with other people, it didn't go well. It was for a project and.
Okay, well that was the first.
Creative
Well, that's the
differences.
first. Well, that's the first red flag. It was a good project.
Yeah.
Too many
Yeah.
cooks.
Well, it was more me like dragging people, but there were like differing. Yeah, it was more just me dragging the other people along.
What about Edgeworld?
In other
We
words, too many
haven't
cooks.
We haven't mentioned Edgeworld.
That's a pioneer in Indiana. That was a pioneer in Indiana.
Schedule.
Yeah.
Because it stayed indie and like he had an opportunity.
I mean,
to
you
make
don't
it
necessarily
that way.
have to worry about the money unless if you have like a group of friends that just want to do something fun. 'Cause that's what we're about to do.
Well, that kind of goes into the second. That kind of goes into the second part of what you need to. What was the question again?
What are the challenges?
What are the challenges?
One other thing you need is determination.
Keep going.
Okay, so I got a man who has plenty of determination, but money keeps running. It was an issue for him. So how do you guys know? How many of you guys know who Richard Williams is?
Yeah.
I've heard of
So
he made.
we
just mentioned him earlier.
Yeah, we
He
mentioned
played Roger Rabbit. He made
So-
The Thief and the Cobbler.
So yeah, the thief. So the Thief and the Cobbler. So how many of you guys know about the production of the Thief and the Cobbler?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
I
it
don't
went
know.
on like
Yeah.
years, right? Like,
So
documentary.
okay, so this was a movie that was independently funded by Richard Williams, and it started production in 1963. When you guys want to venture a guess as to when it was finally released in theaters?
like a year after Aladdin, 1993.
Yep.
18, yeah.
Took 30 years to make because all money was I forget the exact history, but like
They had a lot of, I guess, with equity issues because there was a lot of departments with I don't know which one.
So if I remember correctly, it started off as an adaptation, but they lost the rights to the book they were adapting, so they made their own characters. And then at one point, it was funded by a prince, like an actual prince. But then for whatever reason, they stopped funding it. And
Prince of.
I don't remember from which country, but
Nigeria.
eventually it took so long for them to make because Rich Williams, if you know him, he's like a mad perfectionist. He does not like drawing on anything more than ones. Miramax scooped them up and said, "Hey, complete this movie in a year, or we're shutting the whole thing down." And that's how he got the theatrical release, which many people do not like, starring Matthew Broderick and Jonathan Winters.
Oh yeah, I found the prince name. He's like the prince of Saudi Arabian. Like his name is Mohammed B. Faso.
Oh,
That is actually
Prince of Saudi Arabia?
I was
Yeah,
about to
Saudi
say, isn't
Arabia.
that the like those
Prince
schemes
of-
that people make up, like the print?
Yeah,
That's
Only this-
That is something like
In
Yeah.
this case, in this case, it was an actual prince.
There you go.
There's one thing I found out about collaborations is that
I'm your Nigerian.
just because multiple people are involved in a project, any project, including animation, that doesn't mean it's going to be an automatic hit. Like
Fair.
shows like Alan Gregory and Legends of Chamberlain Heights, for example, they've had like 3 to 5 people involved in creating them alone, and they have large hatedoms. Both shows.
Was that film that was that an indie film?
Thief and the Cobbler.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was independent. It was independently.
Well, they didn't started getting funding from a major studio, I think.
What was it? Disney that kind of funded it once?
So
That was only towards the end when they said, "Hey, we need to have you finish this movie now."
Oh.
it was was there a team?
I remember
You said?
Disney.
Yeah, but like it was all funded mostly from Williams's pocket.
And how you know how big this team was?
I don't.
Question.
I have no idea.
Like, I don't think it was said in the documentary how many was
on
working
production,
on it.
but mostly it's just taking money out of Williams.
But apparently there was like a backup company that was like pretty much the company that like hired Richard Williams to actually complete the film, hired this backup company to kind of help him complete it because they know that how long this movie's been taken to make. So when Richard Williams couldn't finish the deadline, that's when this backup company came and finished the movie within a year. And that's why there's like these other scenes of like musicals, because originally the film didn't have a musical element at all.
How long is this film?
It's like an hour.
I would say your standard movie length.
Okay, yeah.
At the time, it was like an hour.
And it came out when?
1993. But actually, someone's actually working on
Restoring it.
Yeah, restoring it. It's called the Recobbled Cut.
Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's already out, isn't it? Like
He keeps like updating it. There's like a point.
Yeah.
Now he's like at 0.4, or there's like a version 4 or something.
But yeah, there was a cut of the film that's like cuts out all of the stuff that wasn't a part of Richard Williams.
And there's no Matthew Broderick and John Winters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it's already out. It's been out for a year.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was looking it up. Oh shit. Okay.
Huh. Okay. If you just hearing what we just said, it's out now, out a year ago.
Oh
now.
wait, I seen that on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
except
check it out.
I don't think it was
You guys,
original audio. It was
you guys
just
posted in
Michael
the
Jackson.
server?
Remember the time.
Oh yeah, I'll
Post
do
in
it.
the Discord server.
I got it. I'll take care of it. Thanks.
All right.
Sound like a government assassin. I got him. All right. That's Thief and the Cobbler recobbled cut, everybody.
See if I can find it actually.
I'll post it in the server. All right. Can we move on to the next question?
In the
then?
animation, yeah, like it's harder than if it was made in the 90s, obviously. A full-length feature film made in the 90s before the internet really took off.
I think he was because it was like cell animation at the time, which would explain why it took so long. Because he's doing hand drawn and then redraw those frames again onto cells and then paint those cells. So that would explain why it took so long.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let me find that. I forgot. Here we go. I'm gonna post it in general. So, yep. Oh wait, crap. Wrong link.
Whoopsie.
Was that question 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So it's in general.
Okay. I guess we can do the next question. How many people do you think is needed to make an indie animation?
1.
Technically, yes.
Yeah.
Just a minimum of 1.
It's a lot quicker when there's more than one people.
With Felix Colgrave, he was a kind of like a one-man band animator.
At least more than like 2 years, or 1 year. How many years did he? I know it was at least more than a year that he made to make Double King, right?
I think so. I think it took him like more than a year to make Double King, and with his next project, which was Broke Note, it was made 3 years ago, and then he made another indie production. I think this year.
There's so few compose your own music.
I think he composed his own music. I don't know who does the writing and scripting for his work, but he does the backgrounds, he does the animation. There's a lot of things that you can do by yourself to make a polished project.
Yeah, I know. He's very talented.
Yeah.
I've heard some people use the software called GarageBand to compose their music.
Not to be confused with the show on Cartoon Network, GarageBand.
Yeah.
Do what Michael Jackson does, or did, and beatboxes songs and send them to people that actually know how to write sheet music and compose it.
Damn.
But there are tons of license-free music to find off of YouTube's free-to-use library or other sites out there. I mean, I've used the site called Orange Sound.
You can do indie music on YouTube and put it in your production as well. If it's copyrighted, you can't do that. But if
I do not want to get attacked.
Yeah, free stock music. I think here at Towson University, some of the computers have this software called Soundly, where a lot of film students get sound effects and
I was
free
wondering,
stock
for
music.
short films, when you guys have projects, how do you? Yeah, I was wondering, how to use your sound and stuff.
Like sound effects.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
how do you get your music and stuff?
Well, for music, I don't.
Well, it's several different places. Sometimes we use Soundly if we want to, but sometimes if it depends on the project, they make us make our own music. We use Pro Tools, the software where we use MIDI and effects to create all these instruments and sound effects.
And that's for sound effects. I just record my own fully. So
yeah, Foley's also a project we have.
So there's an animation I did where see there's an animation I did where my avatar stuck my head out of a sewer, and to emulate the sewer lid sound effect, I just moved around the lid of my toilet.
That's very smart.
But I want to recommend this one YouTuber who actually does sound effects. He kind of shows how it's done. His name is Josh Harmon. It's just fascinating to see how he's able to make so many sounds just from just a few objects that he has on his hands.
Is he related to Dan Harmon?
No.
Can you post some of his stuff in the Discord?
Sure.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
Sound effects such as.
Yes.
Do it again. Podcast gonna love this. Yeah. Okay, I seen that guy on
Okay, I'm gonna post it on links.
Okay.
And.
So apparently Bill Plimpton, he does a lot of his own animations, but apparently he gets volunteers to kind of help do like the video compositing and also color corrections. Like he was actually doing like an internship a few months ago for his latest film, Slide. So it was definitely like so he's definitely doing like open positions if anybody wants to kind of like do an internship for them. Yeah, yes, he's still alive.
Oh, okay. You heard me.
Is that still available?
Well, he finished the film recently, but he's definitely probably going to start another film. The guy's like cranking
Oh no, we
out
learned about that
movies
actually.
or
I think
short
it's somewhere.
animations pretty
What?
fast.
Something about Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
He makes
Bill
animations
Plimpton.
apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Right,
I was about to
yes.
say something about that, but like,
I was not paying
I
attention.
know. I
got
think you said Clinton.
confused.
That's why I was like, he's alive.
well, yeah, he is.
He is.
They're both
Yeah.
still alive,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They're both still alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You're probably thinking of the Reagans.
I don't know what. I don't think
Yeah,
he's
Clinton
president.
isn't that old, is he? He's not that old.
Well, he's got white hair. He's up there, but he looks good for his age.
He's up there.
I'm alive, all right.
Speaking of Bill Clinton, who's excited for the Game Awards?
Oh no.
Oh.
Well, my friend is ecstatic because of Hi-Fi Rush and all their awards.
I just want to see a Song Movie 3 trailer. That's all I want.
Okay, can someone explain Baldur's Gate?
It's like a
it's
D&D game. I haven't played it, but I heard it's really good.
Because I keep saying it and I'm like,
it's
what is this?
Yeah, my friend introduced
So Baldur's Gate 3 is a MRPG where you it's like okay, to put it in short terms, it's like The Hobbit, but it's with Dungeons and Dragons.
Okay. Because I heard it in South Park and then it's all over the Game Awards.
Wait, for real?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've literally only heard of it this once. My friend introduced me. We just saw it in a game, like in the game store at the mall and stuff. That was just about it. I've never heard of it before.
It's in South Park.
That's crazy.
You mean from like the recent episode that they did
Yeah,
with
the multiverse
Pandaverse?
thing.
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah. Kennedy ruined everything.
Put a chicken in and make it gay.
Yeah. That's another one I can do. Yeah.
This is on your knees after that.
Hey,
Yeah, we're good.
Hey, how's it going?
doing great.
Hi.
Members +1.
Oh, do we have any extra choices?
There's
Now we
one
got
right
it.
Over
there.
there.
Yeah.
If you want to sit here, yeah.
We're going over.
Alright, now we got a new person in the podcast. This is truly a very, very packed episode.
A new challenger has arrived.
We thought so was gonna be the last DLC character, you know.
Yeah.
Animal person.
Yeah,
Here's the piranha plant.
Wait, is hostess the
Right.
word that you use for a female? Or
What?
I mean, I looked it up and I thought like it's. I
Yeah,
thought that's how
yeah.
you're supposed to say it.
All right,
Hostess is a female.
what question are
Oh,
we
it's a
on?
female host? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Waitress.
Question 4.
Actress.
Okay, how do you find the resources to create indie animations?
Whatever software you're using.
Yeah.
How do you
Pretty
find them?
straightforward. Next.
Well, I guess it depends on when you would be asking that question. Like, obviously, back then in the 90s and 2000s, it'd be a lot harder.
Well, yeah, let's think in the
Well, they
early
trans-
future, man.
transition into
You know, with
visual
VR,
aid,
you could animate stuff with VR glasses, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're in college, groups like this are a good place to start, I think.
Oh, very
Yeah.
true.
This is your resource.
Like our club. Yes, we're your resource. That's why you should
Your
join us.
local art
If
club.
you're listening to this podcast, you gotta join our Discord.
And if you're in the Towson area, you should definitely join this club.
Yes.
Please.
If you're upcoming freshman that's
Join.
looking into art and design or film, this is the perfect club for you.
Then
Or
this
just
is
a
the-
chance
There's
to tell
plenty
the
of people
student in
to talk
general.
to.
They're paying us
If
well.
you need friends, if you need
We
friends,
got a lot of publicity.
If you need friend talks and stuff like that, we're perfect.
Yes. Better. Much better than Micah.
Damn, they're not fired.
Okay, they're
Okay.
overpowered. I mean, overpaid.
You got jealous when you went to that Sweaty Eyeballs festival?
Yes, I got
It's
jealous.
like they were all oohing, oh, they think
you
they're
got
better
jeal-
than us, huh?
Aw.
It was tense.
Okay, now we declare war on Micah.
Yes, we gotta make war on Micah. Show them we're better.
Or they make war on us.
to be fair,
we
I
gotta-
was about to go
No, I
to
think
my
they're
bed
just overcharging. It's
until I
like-
saw how much
because
it
they're in
was.
fancy art.
And then
You
my
guys-
mom was like,
Yeah.
Just because they have fancier equipment, fancier production, doesn't mean they're entitled to.
Where is Micah?
Mike is in Baltimore.
It's like a 20-minute drive from here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's for art and it's for
Nah, I should know what-
You heard that, Micah? We're waging
Oh,
war
no,
on you.
it's
Be
not.
prepared.
it's it's for my conjoined Instagram account.
Okay, cool.
We'll break down your doors and release rats in your building.
We'll animate a video of that happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
In
GTA, of course.
And then
Yeah.
GTA.
and then we'll
In
dump
Minecraft.
and then we'll dump mustard on you.
Death. But in
Burn the
Minecraft,
house,
of course.
kill the dogs.
Yeah.
Only one other person gets that mustard joke.
Because we have
Oh.
a massive and you don't.
If you've seen Jackass the movie, you'll understand what the mustard line.
Which
Which mustard?
one?
I'll automatically think that one.
Which
dude
one?
had Mustard point.
The first one. So okay,
Yeah.
so quick context. There's a guy in Jackass who has a phobia of mustard.
Oh my.
Who?
Oh, no.
Oh wait, was it Dunn? Nor was it Bam?
No.
Steve-O?
No, hold on. I'll look him up.
Steve-O wouldn't
Phobia
be
of
like that.
mustard.
Hold on.
Yeah, people.
Was it one of the main
I think
lineup?
I saw
I don't think it was the main
one
No,
lineup.
episode
they only
where
appeared like he
show
only appeared like a
him
couple
like,
times
Yeah.
on
I
the.
watched the recap cut.
like bring people's like fear.
His
right
name
from the
is,
episode, how to fear
Oh,
from
wait, you seen it?
Rake.
Yeah.
Rake. That's R-A-K-E.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I don't think
It's
he's
so
not part of
spelled
the.
like
He's
Greek.
not in the main.
Oh.
He's not
No,
in
no.
the main.
Yeah, but they,
I remember that skit. I remember that.
They dumped mustard on him.
Yeah, I remember that.
That is.
That's
Like he wanted to like murder
Why do
him
you think
for
white
doing
guys
that.
do this?
It didn't
But
make
kind of
sense.
funny.
Yeah, but overall, yeah. In terms of resources, just get what you have. I mean,
Get
money.
what's get what's available to you. Don't be in debt. Don't just overprice everything. Just get the resources that it's.
And this one
that's
goes out.
convenient.
And this one goes out to the fine folks that make animation, or just software in general, art software in general. Please, no more subscription models. Pay for it once.
Yeah. Please, actually.
Yeah.
Please.
Or just draw to just.
We're on our knees.
Adobe.
Yeah,
Fuck
Adobe.
you,
Oh my
Adobe.
god, bro.
Bro, I remember being a
That
little
was very
throwback
sad.
looking at Adobe. I was like, Dad, I want this one.
Bring back
Oh,
CDs.
Bring back
Yeah,
CDs.
because that's how they were selling it before.
Yeah.
Instead of this subscription.
Yeah,
That's why I use
After I stopped
Photopia
using
instead of
He just got me this
Photoshop.
today, and I was
Adobe
happy.
Premiere Pro.
Like, they're
and Adobe
freaking-
After Effects.
like reminded me.
Is it
to pay for
Photopia or
even though I
Photopia?
wasn't
Phot-
using
my
it.
digital art-
Basically like an X. Like very clingy.
My digital art teacher called it
Yeah.
Photopia a lot.
That's all they are.
But maybe she's right.
what? It's tomato.
Tomato at this point, yes.
All right, question
Tomato,
5.
you're wrong though.
What are the different ways to distribute indie animation? I mean, the obvious one to nowadays is just the internet.
Yep.
Okay, so
YouTube.
obvious YouTube,
Newgrounds.
Reddit.
Or just
I guess.
I didn't think
Instagram,
of that.
yeah,
but-
Twitter.
Oh, that's
I mean,
Twitter.
it seems to be as like an option. When you click share on your YouTube video, they just have like the options of just like Twitter, Reddit,
TikTok is kind of
Oh
fairly new.
yeah, that.
Yeah, you can just upload it like
Yeah.
So,
bits
yeah,
and pieces
no,
of it on
I
TikTok.
guess to promote your
Yeah.
stuff, you can.
Speak of promotion there.
TikTok, Reddit, Instagram.
Facebook,
Twitter.
There's some like Facebook
X.
groups you could share it on there too.
I'm not calling it X, and I would never call it X.
Nobody's
Yeah.
calling it X.
I just want to mess with people because it's so dumb.
Sonic X.
Pretty much news guys are just saying like X, formerly known as Twitter.
Formerly known as Twitter.
So they know
That's
what
so
we're talking
pretentious.
about, yeah.
So those youngins and what's X? Oh, it's just Twitter.
All right. Well, we got blasted through that one.
Oh yeah, Film Freeway. I mean, I already mentioned it before, but just so that if people are like skipping in the video and just want to listen to this part, then yeah, Film Freeway. You know.
Well, you can submit it to festivals, and it can be seen by like specific audience members who could possibly be in the animation industry.
Hey,
Yes.
well, slightly different medium, but it worked for Vin Diesel. He made a short film, and like Spielberg saw it, and that's how he got into the role of Saving Private Ryan.
Where did he put that film? Did he submit it to a festival?
Yeah. Hold on, I'll look. My concept and story teacher showed me it. And I'll look it up.
Is it Lisa What's her name?
Lisa Leibowitz.
Yeah, I had her too for concept and story.
Oh wow.
2 years ago.
So the movie's called Multifacial.
Yeah, I remember that. He's walking around the city auditioning.
Yeah.
For a certain role.
It's not animation, but like it shows the struggles.
Okay, next question.
Okay. What are the benefits of creating an indie animation?
Less studio interference.
You set your own
True.
deadlines.
Yeah.
Your own rules.
creativity.
Yeah.
And you can be as vulgar as you want.
Less restriction from the executives.
Yes.
And it helps your own, creativity with not just animation, but editing,
practice,
audios, design, and Foley, and
you get
color
lots
correction.
of exposure to yourself than working in studio. Because like with studio, you just jump from project to project, while in indie, you just create a project when you want to, and then for how long you want to, and then just move on to the next when you're ready.
Yeah.
All right, I don't mean to rewind here, but back to different ways to distribute animation. I forgot to mention. Do any of you guys know who Steven Lisberger is?
No.
Nah.
Who?
Possibly.
Any of you guys heard of Tron?
Yeah.
Okay, so the guy that made Tron, before he did that, he did some animation for the Olympics.
Oh wow.
Called Animal Olympics. So it's
I've seen that.
Oh my god. I think Saberspark talked about it.
Yeah, I remember Saberspark talking about that too.
So yeah, it's just in a nutshell, it's the Olympics with animals. It's actually really entertaining movie. I recommend watching it.
Yeah, it's goofy.
It's so cool.
Is it the 3D animated one?
No, it's 2D.
Oh.
Was it made for a specific Olympics?
It was going to be in the 1980 Summer Olympics, but I think there was a boycott.
Uh-oh.
The US boycotted it, so they couldn't release it. The original idea was they would show the real Olympics, and then they would cut to. They'd be like, "Hey, let's see how the cartoon animals are doing," and then they would see a segment of the Animal Olympics, and they would cut back to the actual Olympics.
Oh, America, you suck! That
sounds baller. What is that?
Where was that Olympics in 1980?
Hold on.
I don't know why they boycott that.
Bro, America.
It was too cool for them.
They're getting jealous that people will get more interested in the animation than the actual athletes.
I would have for kids. Somewhat for kids, actually.
Oh, it was in Moscow.
Oh.
No,
Right smack dab in the middle of the Cold War. That's why.
Never mind.
Okay.
To be fair, I think Russia boycotted us back in 1984, so it goes full circle.
I don't think Russia's even allowed in the Olympics anymore or something.
Well, no, not since they started a war.
Well, no, because also the steroids.
Oh.
The athletes took a lot of steroids, and then they got banned from the Olympics.
Steroids are lit.
Okay. Wait, I already answered this. What are the benefits of creating animation? Oh wait, any animation.
What are the risks of
What are the
creating?
risks?
Farms.
Farms?
The cartip farms, like what?
Wait, what was the question?
What are the benefits of
the
creating
risks?
indie
Risks.
animation?
Yeah,
Risks.
that's a
Oh,
risk.
You don't have any studios meddling with your shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
Risk?
not a risk. That's a benefit.
That's a benefit.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
We said risk.
I thought we're talking about benefits. Never mind.
That was the previous
Well,
one.
you might not have a huge reach.
That's not
A lot of networking.
I guess it depends if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, you make a film, but you don't know how to distribute it. It could kill the project.
Oh yeah, it really depends on how much money you're sinking into it. Like if you're putting like I said, Richard Williams, millions of dollars into it and winds up being a flop, then that's money that's money you'll never get back.
Well, before you could post it on YouTube and stuff like that, so there's not much of a risk nowadays as it used to be before. So it's not as risky to just
I
start
don't know
your
if
own
anyone heard
animation.
me, but I said a lot of networking.
Yes.
Yeah, you can still lose money. So.
Also, if a studio picks it up, it's no longer yours, copyright speaking. So if they cancel it, you'll never be able to work on it again.
Well, that's
The risk
terrible,
to sign
no?
the contract.
Can't you sign a contract where you still get the rights to your work? It's just
in some way.
But if you got so popular that a studio gave attention to it, you can reject it and keep going with it. Keep going with their own indie
Leave me alone.
project.
I mean, it's really up to the studio because they could just hold on to the property forever.
No, I'm saying before they
once
give
again, I think the
it to you,
parameters
before
are
you accept it.
I think the parameters are up to the studio, even with the contracts.
Like, isn't that what happened to Clerks? Because that's Clerks, the animated series. Because that's why there was no more episodes made. Because the company that originally bought it wouldn't give the original creator the rights to buy it back, even though they haven't done it. What was that?
I thought it was because of low ratings.
Well, yeah, but it's been years now, and I think the original creator who pitched the show wanted to try to buy it back, but the studio that owns the rights won't give it to him for some reason, you know.
Because also know that if a pilot is picked up by a network, but they don't pick it up for a series, isn't it true that the pilot goes back to the original creator's rights and not the studio's?
I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
So, but in that case, that's a risk of giving it to the studio, not a risk of creating an indie animation.
Because
Yeah.
that's why what a cartoon show is not anymore. Because most of the rights, the shorts rights, given back to their creators.
Yes, I mean it's mostly a financial investment because you know, like for instance in the documentary Bill Plimpton, he averages the cost of his animations about $1,000 per minute of animation. So yeah, I mean that's pretty good, but you know if you've seen his style of animation, he's kind of working in a more kind of choppier way. It's not as smooth. He's not working on like 12 frames a second. I think he's working on like on threes, you know.
That's not game related.
And he's kind of just doing like penciling it. It's
Commercial.
not so much doing digital. It's like a lot of colored pencils. So I think he's just scanning it and just putting it all in like a video format. Yeah.
Still kind of cool.
I'm working on like what book cover I should use. Here.
Oh wow.
This is less of a podcast and more an outside listener being a fly on the wall in our meetings.
Well, it's a little bit of both.
I wanna be a fly on the wall. You know that song from like Phineas and
What
Ferb?
kind
It's
of
like, how
book
to
is this? What kind of genre?
All right. Any advice to those who, guys? What advice would you give to people trying to make their own indie stuff?
Be original.
Don't give up.
If you have,
love it.
if you have the resources to do it, then just go for it.
That's what Ralph Bakshi did.
Stand by your vision.
Yeah, remember to
Creative and integrity.
show people, you know, what you're working.
And also, if you need help, then like gather like a small team or something.
Yeah, don't let some other artist try to turn your work into something it's not. I mean,
Don't compare yourself to other people.
And thereby stand by your own vision.
Yeah, if they don't like your vision, if whoever you're pitching it to doesn't like your vision, then you really shouldn't be pitching it to them at all. Like, I wouldn't pitch Miss Ma'am to somebody who try to change Miss Ma'am into a man and try to make it so she doesn't get flirted with, or there's no cartoon violence in there, etc.
Oh fuck them! They could be wrong.
I guess just like my advice would be, I guess like stay passionate and caring about it.
Yes.
Because like
Yeah, that's what that's what I was trying to say. You know, it's just don't give up on it if you're
Don't put
passionate about
all
it.
your eggs into one basket. If you dislike your own project, try creating a new one to see if it works, and do it so on and so on until you're just on your own.
Learn that one the hard way. Currently learning that one.
Yeah, you can always make something else that your original vision doesn't pan out.
Yeah, I think starting small. Start with like GIF animations, and then do like 10-second animations, then to 30-second, then to a minute, and kind of build off of that. Before you know it, you can make like a 5-minute film within like a week.
All right. Well, guys want to share your ideas if you're working on anything.
Later, well, during the break, mostly January, me and my friend are gonna try and pick up our animations and make comic dubs.
Nice.
I have this idea for a movie currently swimming around my head. It's about a man who takes his nephew to a flea market, and there's not really much of a story. It's just him reminiscing about his childhood and all.
The man?
Yeah, the man.
Okay.
As he walks through each vendor and like sees all the different stuff. Right now I haven't. It's not on paper yet, but like once I'm out of school, I'm gonna just get to work on it. Start location scouting for it.
Probably over the break, I'm probably just gonna try to like come up with new YouTube video ideas and probably like work on something.
Yeah.
That I can stick with.
For me, I'm trying to do voiceover work, and then I'm trying to get into the grasp of animation to see like what creative ideas I can do for projects and stuff for I think around Christmas break and then into the new year. So yeah.
I'm still trying to.
So I had this idea. It's about this guy and his sister, and they live in the neighborhood, and it started out as like this comic strip that I would occasionally submit to the Tower Lights, but I was thinking about like turning it into a little series, and I don't have like a whole lot of experience animating. That's why I'm going to planning on practicing and working my way up, and also I thought I would maybe dabble in composing music and voice acting.
I'm still trying to get ideas of mine, examples of ideas of mine kitten around in Miss Ma'am out there. One series, Kitten Around, is about a talking cat who can talk to humans and other animals, and he is portrayed like a furry black man. And the other is about a woman. It is about cartoon cliches starring a woman who's flirted with and solves her problems with intelligence and using traditional cartoon gags.
I'm making currently writing a one shot, and I'm about to start. I'm about to actually start drawing it, making the comic for it this January. I'm going to
What's it about?
Okay.
What's it about, Brian?
Okay. So it's about this. It's about this world that's ran by martial arts. Every single basic thing you do is just ran by martial arts. And this one guy's going to this very, very, very I say legendary high school that it's full of martial arts, and you had this huge entrance exam to get into. You had to fight your way through and stuff. It's gonna be full of a bunch of people that are just really strong, and I kind of already have it set up. Hopefully, it expands into something big. That's what I pray for.
Okay.
Also, trying to get started on my one side too. That whole evolved to an animated series, and so far it's the premise is gonna be about a world full of two factions of people who use powers. One who use elemental powers, meaning that's Toyo Tihos, and the other are people who use from the heart gifted by God, and they known as the gifted. Yeah, it's full of the other mythical beings gods and angels and demons, and so far the main premise is gonna be the protagonist, who is the Winsor Tiho, or last of his kind actually. Well, left out his cathedral that he's trapping for years, and mad kids who is the story turned to be the storyteller light. And eventually, that same night, they went, the demon was sent.
All right, we have to step out.
I better leave too.
It's a nice plot, actually.
Bye.
Bye.
Nice seeing you.
Bye.
Nice seeing you. Nice seeing you too.
Nice meeting y'all.
Thank you.
Why is this yeah, my God. It's about scheduling, because I'm willing to check out positions.
Yeah, there's the one that's sort of like a catch a fire. It's sort of like a place that's like a volunteer organization. So there's always probably gonna be postings over there. So just to have experience on your resume, you know, you could probably check it out during the break.
Oh right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to try and do like some sort of like big collaborative projects that could be like an animated short or an animated music video or maybe a game since we have like.
Yeah, we could totally do that.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah.
Great. See you guys.
Since like we have we've done like all those posters, I thought like maybe I could take each one of the characters that were made for the past 3 to 4 posters and like maybe make a game out of it. It could be like an RPG or something.
Or kind of something like Marvel vs. Capcom.
Are you gonna scream at people again?
Probably.
Maybe it's mostly these were just like still images. You see on the Discord the like posters that were made. So I thought it could like make it as like a RPG sort of thing, or just like could be like a maze game. It's sort of just like it's a start. Also, I might get involved with the Baltimore promotions because Phil Davis recommended like maybe we could make explainer videos.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Just as like it's something that we can do because these, you know, the gift projects that we've been doing have. I mean, it's at least it's considered as freelance work, but none of the departments who have seen our stuff haven't given ideas to like, oh, can you make more, you know? So eventually I'm gonna like run out of departments to kind of pitch these GIFs to, GIF animations for them to use for social media. But yeah.
You spoke to the film department about it?
No. Oh wait, no, the EMF building? No, they sent me this to somebody else who was in charge of like the social media. And I think I sent my stuff to her, but I don't think she's replied back. So I just continue to go to other departments who might be interested in checking out.
You know who that person was?
Her name was, I don't remember.
That's strange.
Pretty much her office was like outside the EMF building and in that building that was hosted the film festival in, it's right across.
Across Van Bocklen?
Not the business building, it's Van Bocklen. Yeah, she was upstairs in that Van Bocklen building.
Okay.
Oh, so I forgot this last question because I thought of it last minute, just like recommended YouTube channels.
Yeah, exactly. If you have a computer, increase your J's.
For if people want to watch us indie animations.
Shoes are nothing.
Ed's World.
Ed's World. Yeah, that's a good one.
Shoes
So,
actually
Big Top Burger.
I'm the girl that doesn't know how to
You guys heard of that? No?
I mean, there's a lot of.
Was that
Converse
that guy a couple of weeks ago recommended?
Converse
One where he showed us that animations.
Kind of psychopath.
I don't remember.
Because I'm lazy.
Bridge Kids.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That's what it was, yeah. About a clown who drives a burger.
It was like 20 degrees yesterday.
Wait, for real?
Burger van, yeah.
I was wearing sandals last night and they were freaking out about it.
Okay. Thanks for listening to our podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to our channel and leave us a thumbs up. You can also find us on Discord, where we post additional resources and discussion and topics where we covered in this episode. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Have a good day. See ya.
Bye. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, yeah.